Okay, we are going to try this again. Hey, everybody. It's Wednesday, late in the day. As soon as I hit the record button, my son called, so I had to take his call. He doesn't call very often. So, yeah, we had to do that. I've had a low production week, or few days, whatever. I feel like the wind has been taken out of my sails. Somebody stuck a stick in my spokes. You know, we all have those kind of days. Mine, though, and this is probably TMI, mine was because I went to the podiatrist on Monday, and he did a little procedure. My foot cannot go into a shoe. He stuck a needle in my foot 5 times. Oh my gosh, that was so freaking painful. I'd rather give birth to numb my foot. And then did his thing, bandaged me up. They sent me on my way. I have to go back in 2 weeks, but I have to change the bandage daily. And I can't get it wet. So Monday I was trying to be really careful. Kept my foot elevated. Don't anybody touch it. Go to bed Monday night. Everything was fine. I get up Tuesday. My foot is just throbbing. It bled through the bandage. So I got to change the bandage early. Well, then the bandage was stuck to it. Oh my gosh, it was so painful. So it took me a little bit to do that. I am not into inflicting pain upon myself. So once I get through that part, I tried crocheting something. And I was like, I've been kind of like, I don't know what I want to make. And I'm looking at my list. What did I sell? What do I need? You know, and I pretty much touched on the items that I had multiples of that sold out. And then I have so many one-offs. There's no way I could remake every single one of them in time for Saturday. So I'm looking at the list and I'm like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that one either. So I had treated myself, so I thought, to a pattern last week, and I just didn't get to it because I was concentrating on those other things. So I got that pattern out, and it's one, you know, you could get it for free on Instagram, but I thought that by me getting the PDF that it would have more to it, a little more explanation than what the Instagram had. Plus, I wanted the little different bags, like purses, bags, crossbody, that went with each one of these little critters. So I started to make it, and, well, this is the head, and it's got this big hole, and I'm like, really? Okay, it says leave a long tail for sewing. Then it has you start on legs to make a body. This is the whole body. Now, this is the head. No pictures, no real instruction on how to assemble this that can fit inside the head. Well, then it has you make some arms. So I got the arms. It has you make ears. I have ears, and I have a tail. And nothing's put together because the instructions really stink. So that is time I will never get back. Eventually, I will probably try to see if I can get it put together somehow. Even there's not even a full-bodied picture of the critter you're making. And there's 10 that you can choose from. But there's not even a full-body picture, so you can sit there and look at it and be like, okay, the arms go here, or the tail goes here. Wasn't real thrilled. But that, I don't even know if I should say who it's by. I'm not going to say. So I feel like this wasted a good part of my morning yesterday because, you know, I wasted it trying to deal with my foot. Well, then last night, when I went to bed, my foot was just throbbing. Like you could feel your heartbeat in your foot throbbing. I get up this morning, it hurt really bad. Didn't bleed through the bandage again, thank goodness. So I'm like, all right, let me change this bandage so I can get my day started. It was stuck again. I'm like, I cannot do this. I cannot do what I did yesterday. I cannot inflict that pain upon myself. So I ended up calling the doctor's office because I'm not supposed to get it wet. Like when I shower, I have to put a sleeve on my foot. And, so first they tell me, well, soak it in some warm water. And I'm like, but I'm not supposed to get it wet. So they're reading through the file and it's like, okay, only the toe can go into water. So I'm trying to put my toe into water and I'm getting a cramp in my hip because of the way I'm having to sit to be able to put just this toe into water. It was not fun. Finally, and it took me over an hour to change that bandage this morning. Finally, I got it done. No bleeding, thank goodness. Not too much pain, was tolerable. The throbbing finally went away. Hopefully it's easier tomorrow. I can't believe I got 2 weeks of this. Like, oh my goodness. So, trying to baby my foot and keep it elevated and everything, I just didn't get very much done. So, let's see what I did get done. After I uploaded my video and everything on Sunday, I just really wasn't in the mood. I tried. I made one thing. This is the little penguin pattern, the baby penguin pattern that we did in the countdown to Christmas. It is by Squishy Moo Moo on Instagram. And I just did it in all yellow, which makes it a chick. And this is the Chenille Brights. I used a 12 millimeter eye. And so that didn't thrill me. After all those birds last week, this didn't thrill me. So I sat it aside. And I'm like, look at my list again. So there was one thing on my list that I had bought the pattern in early December last year. And I had only ever made the one with intentions of going back and making more, but just never got around to it. So I said, you know what? Let's do this. So Sunday night, I started making some little mini mermaids. And I think I got 2 done. So this one was the first one. And, they're fairly small. They're kind of quick. As each one went along, I got a little bit faster at it. The only sewing is the wig cap. Like you make the bun, you sew the bun to the wig, you sew the wig to the head, and then you have to attach the flower. The rest of it is all one piece. So I sold the Little Mermaid at the last market, and I was like, let me make some more. So I did this one first. And then when the next one came along, I'm like, the face needs something. Like, it has a little nose, it has the eyes. It needs something. And I don't know, it needs something. So we did this one. I gave it a little eyelashes. I think they need a mouth. They show a mouth, but it's made from felt, and I'm not going to do the felt unless I have a die cut to cut it with, because I don't want it to look like, I'm from kindergarten. So I think I'm going to try and stitch a little mouth on it. So I did that one. Now, when I was making them, I made all the bodies and everything. Batch work. And did the wig caps later. So I did that. And I was trying to sit out in the living room with my foot elevated, and the lighting was so bad I really couldn't see what I was doing. So I only got 2 of those done. I made 3 things on Sunday. So Monday, after the whole bandage fiasco, I was like, let me make a few more. So I'm sitting at my desk with a box there so that I can prop my foot up and elevate it a little bit. So I made 3 more, and then in the evening, I went out into the living room where it was a lot more comfortable so I could have my foot elevated. And I've made all the wig caps and got them sewn on. I gave this little girl 2 hair buns. She was the first one I put the hair on, and then I decided, you know what? I don't want to do that. It looks cute, but I don't want to do that. And then the rest of them got 1 bun. This is all parfait chunky. I'm not sure if I used brights, what color I could use for a good skin tone. I mean, I don't have all their colors. I have quite a few, but I don't have all their colors. But they would definitely come out a bigger size. So I chose to do, this one's hair is the new acorn color in Parfait Chunky. And it's hard to tell the difference. This one is espresso and then black. And I can see the color difference better on camera than I can in person with the lighting in here. But yeah, so 2 of them got acorn, 1 got espresso, and 2 got black hair. I was going to do a blonde and a redhead, but I didn't bring the yarn out there with me, so this is what they got. They all got the same color flower. So I made 5 little mini mermaids. And then yesterday I tried doing this one that is not complete. Felt like I wasted most of my day. And then I was back to, what am I going to make? What am I going to make? What do I want to do? I don't know. Feeling cranky. I didn't know. So I'm like, well, I still need some car swings. So I got out the All From Jade pattern, and I started with frogs. Oops. And I made 2 frogs using the new Goblin Green. And I thought these would be small enough for keychains. I didn't do any in the keychains. I still might. I have a couple of days left. They're a little bigger than I thought they might be. I do have some green in the dollar store, just chenille. Not a lot, but I do have some green. I might be able to make a couple out of that. And do keychains? I don't know. I don't know, but 2 of those. And I forget what color this is. It's like plum or something. It's kind of a purplish color. that I did the swings out of. You know, that's the scrap yarn. And then I did, using the same pattern, I should have made, I think I have plenty of axolotls left. I should have made the seal, because I'm out of those, and the otter, but I didn't get to those. I wasn't moving very slow, because like I said, I wasn't moving very fast, because like I said, the wind has been taken out of my sails this week. So I did 2 of the mallards. And of course, on the first one, I forgot to change the color for the feet. And by the time I realized it, it was too late. So when I did the second one, I just did the feet the same way. That way they both look the same. And nobody can have anything to say about it. After I finished the mallards, I decided to do their little penguin. So I did this one first, and I'm not sure if I got off on my stitch count, but I didn't like the color change being so close to the front. So when I made the second one, I adjusted that round so that the color change would be more to the back and not like right at the front. So I don't remember it being like that or showing that badly. I actually don't remember these looking so tall. And I know it hasn't been that long since I made them. But yeah, so 2 penguins. That's why I was thinking these would be good for keychains, but these seem to come out a little bigger than I remember. Stop leaning forward. So I did those. And then, again, I'm like, I know I should be doing this, but instead I'm doing that. And I did decide on a pattern to work on, but I needed to finish the other thing that I started first. And I finished that today. I had to redo the face on one and complete the other. I thought, in my tiredness last night, I thought the face looked okay till I saw it this morning, and I'm like, oh, no. We have to cut that out and redo it. So I did a couple of Loaf Cats. Now, I have Loaf Cats, but I didn't have any black. And I did get asked for black. And as much as I would rather them buy the other ones, you got to give the customers what they want. So I used my black mystical and did this one. And gave it some blue eyes. And I started a solid black one last night, but didn't finish it till this morning. And this one, I believe, is Bernat Baby, if it comes in black. I don't know. It's one of the softer blacks. And so I finished this one this morning. And it did come out. That's what makes me think that it's baby. It did come out a little bit smaller. I'm getting low on my colored eyes. These are colored sinkered eyes on these, but when I was putting them in, I actually broke one of the eyes. Like, this whole colored part came off the stem. Fortunately, I was able to get it out. I mean, not like this took forever to make, but I was able to save it, get it out, and do a different one. I'm like, such a brute. What happened there? That was a first. I haven't done that. I've had the back split and the eye come out, but I have not broken an eye when trying to insert them. Such a brute. So we have the 2 Loaf Cats. And that's all that I made. That is low for me. So that's 2. 8 with the swings, 9 with the ducky, and 14. I did not get much made at all. Would have been 15 if I could have figured this one out. But that's all I got done. I just been one of those few days. I'd say weeks, but it hasn't been a whole week yet. But it's just been, I don't know, lack of motivation, pain, all kinds of things, extra things taking up my time. And yeah. So I have a market this Saturday. And I just don't know if I'm going to be able to put my foot in a shoe. So this will be interesting. Hopefully the weather's good. That way my feet won't freeze. And not raining because I'm not supposed to get it wet. And nobody steps on my foot. Oh my goodness. Anyways. That's it. I have nothing else to talk about. Let's see. I told you this is Squishy Moo Moo. These are all from Jade. These are from Pink Tomato Crochet. These are from a pattern on Instagram, and I'll be darned if I could find it to tell you who the designer was. I have so many things on my saved list, it wouldn't all load. I need to go in and clean it out again. Like if I know I'm never going to make that, get it off the saved list. A lot of times when you apply to pattern test, they want you to save their tester call. Not sure why, unless that helps the algorithm know that it's popular. But, you know, I need to go through and take some of those off there. You know, tester calls are done. They've released their patterns. There's no need for me to have it saved. Just so that thins that out and I can find the ones that I do use and share with you guys so I can tell you guys who it is. But anywho, that's my stuff for the day. Wish it was more. Wish I had more to share with you. Wish I had a better story to tell, but I don't. And I apologize if that was just TMI about my foot. And we'll see you either in Friday night's live or next Sunday. Hopefully with the market recap. With a good market recap, I hope. Anyhow, we'll see you in the next video.